Today's show is sponsored by the ABV Barrel Shop. The ABV Barrel Shop is located in the St. Louis metro community of Arnold, Missouri, and is the world's first single-barrel-only liquor store. This store is owned and operated by Steve Akley and Jim Fosnot. Get signed up for their email distribution list to find out when the store will be opening, what their hours will be, and most importantly, what they will have in inventory at abvbarrelshop.com. We are also sponsored by The Bar to Go. The Bar to Go offers a fully customizable carrying case that allows you to take your favorite distilled spirits or cocktail ingredients with you. Whether you're looking for yourself, a customized gift, or logo items for your business or event, The Bar to Go can help. Check them out at thebartogo.com. Use the number 2 when you type out The Bar to Go. Did you know Neely Family Distillery now ships its popular distilled spirits directly to you? To order, simply call 859-394-3258. Tell them the ABV Network sent you. And now, on to the show.
Let's drink!
Welcome to the Bourbon Daily, the podcast about everything bourbon delivered to you every day of the week. Today on the show, we have a special edition from Fairbanks, Alaska, where I am interviewing my mom, Sandy Akley. Hey, Mom, how's it going?
It's going great. Against my will, I'm tied to this chair.
Yeah, so we're here in my sister's kitchen. Her family, my sister and the rest of her family are out. They're all doing different things, so they are out and about in town. We're just here doing the family thing, and you know, we don't need to be entertained all the time. So we said, exactly. You know, we'll kind of just have a quiet morning, which is not bad. I've had a lot of crazy days here recently, and it's just kind of chilling is not a bad thing. But I thought, you know, I got to do some work while I'm here. So we just did an episode of Chatting With, my show that's on the Apple and SoundCloud or whatever it is. I'm not sure.
He's on vacation.
We have staff take care of all that. So, but yes, so yeah, it's out there, and so you can check that out if you're a part of that. But that's a pay-per-view thing. So we thought we would do an interview with my mom just for the Bourbon Daily. At least I thought so, but Mom said no, and I just hit record and we started the show. Yeah.
And unfortunately, I didn't get up and move too quick, so I'm stuck.
Yeah, this is video, by the way, too.
Oh, good.
I have a tape recorder here, which is not really like tape, but it's just a recorder. And Mom was like, is this video, too? No.
I got to go fluff my hair.
Yeah. She came down one day and her hair was too fluffed, apparently. She's still talking about
it. Oh, my gosh, it was standing on end. I still don't understand how that happened.
Well, Kelly put some product in your hair so it looked good at the graduation. We were up here for graduation, my nephew's graduation. So she had put some product in your hair the day before, and then you went to bed, and maybe that's what then caused it to, when you slept on it,
like
it just...
Straight up, eraser head thing.
Yeah.
Which was not a good look.
Not a good look. I thought you should just keep it, go out for the day like that.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, they just assume you're eccentric, maybe, or rich. Look
it's
at her.
Alaska, you can really wear whatever you want.
Yeah.
There are no standards. You whatever you're comfortable in, they're happy with.
Wear what you're comfortable with, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Right. No judging.
No judging. I kind of like places like that. So Alaska is one of those. Vegas is one. Key West, where it's never like, even if you're going to a fancy restaurant, you can still just come as you are and you're just fit in with everything. Now, you might see people in suits sitting there because they're, on a date or whatever, but, you're just as comfortable and not looked at awkwardly if you're just wearing whatever you feel like.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's a good thing.
Yeah.
That's good.
I'm at the age where I just like to wear what I feel like.
Well, be comfortable.
I'm trying to make the rest of my life without wearing any sort of suit or anything like that.
I think you can do that.
I think so. I said the one caveat would be if my daughter gets married and she wants me to wear a tuxedo. I said I would do that. So but that's the only one. That's the only out I'm giving myself. So other than that, I've boxed myself in a corner where there's nothing else. The last suit that I ever wore was at when Freddie Johnson was in the Kentucky Bourbon Hall of Fame, and I wore a suit for that.
Yes.
And I feel pretty good about that. I feel like that's a good way to go out on wearing suits at Freddie's ceremony. So
I think it's good too.
Yeah. So that's pretty good. I love Freddie Johnson. That guy. I tell you what, he has changed my life. He is such a great man.
And I just like everything about him. And you just get notes from him from time to time. Sometimes it's a text, sometimes it's email. I just put out this issue of Bourbon Zeppelin. I forget Freddie's on the distribution list. He signed up himself. I didn't even ask him. He signed up himself. I guess he saw me promoting it on Facebook, and then you can click on a link and then sign up. So he signed up himself, and I'm like, I don't even know if he reads it. But the last article I did one on peach flavored scotch, which there's never been a such thing as any sort of flavored scotch. And I did an article on that, and he sent me a nice note. He's like, "Oh, this will get him talking, won't it?" It's like, yeah. So he reads this stuff. It's crazy to me. It's Freddie Johnson. I think the world of that guy, and he's just a normal person and really a caring, just a good guy.
Right.
Yeah, yeah. I talk about Freddie a lot. So
Yes, and one day, I hope that I can go to Kentucky and meet him.
Yeah.
I don't travel much anymore, so it's always
it's we're in Alaska here, but yes.
Well, it's a graduation.
It's family.
You go to graduations, Grandma.
You can't miss that. So yeah. I was glad I was able to work it out. So and it didn't look like it was going to work out because my schedule's always crazy, and I had a thing where I'd opened up all these weeks other than I'd decided because I was told it would happen in May. I set my movie to be, which we're going to be filming a movie in Colorado the first week in June. And I'll be darned if Kelly didn't come back and say it's going to happen. The graduation's going to be in June. I was like, I planned all this, I've held all this open, and I can't go now. And then she changed it around. So I was glad.
We made do.
Yeah.
She made some.
She made it work.
Yeah.
So. Whew, that was
crazy.
That was crazy.
And you were like, I need to know when.
Right, because as we get closer, how I make my living is I have to book events, and I can't hold off on it forever. Otherwise, once you hold off for too long, then you can't have the events, and then I'd still be available to come to Alaska, but then I also don't get to make any money.
Right,
and
right.
The warden doesn't like that too much.
Oh yeah.
I have other people I answer to, so yes, if I would be like, well, we were holding these dates open and I didn't do anything this month, so I'm just going to have no contribution to the household.
Well,
wouldn't be good.
No,
wouldn't be good.
You'd be in trouble.
Yeah. So all right, what we'll do next, Mom, we'll take a quick break.
Okay.
And then when we come back, we're just going to chat some more.
Oh boy. I'm sure everyone's wanting to hear my pearls of wisdom.
Oh yeah, and we're keeping you from playing your dice.
I know.
Doggone it. Oh, you're losing rankings as we speak. All right, we'll take that break, and when we come back, more talking with Mom. We'll do that in just a few.
Let's talk about the people who make these shows happen. First up is the ABV Barrel Shop. The ABV Barrel Shop is owned and operated by Steve Akley and Jim Fosnot in the greater St. Louis area. It is the most unique shopping experience in the world of bourbon, as the ABV Barrel Shop only focuses on single barrels. We aren't open just yet, but our plan is to have the most diverse single barrel offerings from our many friends in the world of bourbon. By signing up for a weekly email, you will know our entire inventory we have on hand. In addition to single barrels, we'll have a tasting bar and a gift shop featuring logo merchandise for both the shop and the ABV network, as well as a full curriculum of bourbon education classes. Additionally, we'll use the gift shop to feature products from our partners in the world of bourbon, companies like Art Eatable Chocolates and Old Man Bay Signs. Head over to ABV Barrel Shop to sign up for our email and text distribution list so you can stay in the know. Hi, this is Steve Akley, owner of the ABV Network. We're sponsored by the Stave and Thief Society. This is where you, a bourbon enthusiast, can expand your knowledge and emerge a bourbon steward. In 2017, I completed my Executive Bourbon Steward certification. It's the most comprehensive bourbon certification program available and connects you with an expansive network of bourbon enthusiasts and professionals. Check out the full listing of in-person and online certifications and join the society today by enrolling at staveandthief.com. Okay, let's talk about Neely Family Distillery. In 2018, I met Royce Neely at an industry event. He started appearing on our shows, and we became friends during my frequent visits to Kentucky. Today, he's leading the way for young distillers making their mark on the bourbon industry. A visit to Neely Family Distillery combines family history, a look at what makes their products unique, and of course a tasting through their whiskeys, moonshines, and creams. Check them out at NeelyFamilyDistillery.com and visit them in Sparta, Kentucky.
Yeah, happy visitors.
Everybody, welcome back. We are here at the Bourbon Daily. My name is Steve Akley. We've got my mom here. She's never been behind the scenes as we record one of these, and we just went to break. And I just sat there silently because you have to be able to see that. When you're editing, you have to be able to see where the break is. If you just start talking, which MacLeod talks right through the break sometimes, literally, and then you got to listen to the whole episode. And if you're some of these shows are 40 minutes long, and you don't know where the break is, that's where you got to cut it, and then you have to put the commercials in. If you can visually see it, because there's a pause in conversation, it's easy to jump right to that, make the cut, put the commercial, and go from there. But usually I'll say, we'll take a quick break, and when we come back, we'll be talking about this. And then right away MacLeod was like, welcome back, everyone. And I'm just like, oh, son of a gun. She's making me work for a living.
There you go.
I gotta go. I gotta listen to the whole thing.
Keeps you honest.
Yeah, I guess. MacLeod is, she accounts for a lot of my time because she jumps right. Rebecca has a little bit of a longer pause. Yeah, so she lets the pause there. MacLeod not as much. She jumps right in. She's keeping things moving.
That's it.
Yeah, she's like.
Yeah.
I think it's because she's got to go to the bathroom because she always runs to the bathroom after each show. MacLeod does. So I think that's why we have to hurry along with the show.
Nature calls
because we got to use the bathroom. Sometimes she'll get up and leave during the middle of a show, which is always weird. You got your main
Well,
person.
I'm not making any promises.
Yeah,
I
that's
could
true.
disappear. All
You
the
got
time.
up 2 times on the first leg of it. We had a layover in Seattle, heading up here to Alaska, where we're at now.
Yeah.
We had a layover in Seattle, and on the first leg, you got up 2 times.
I know.
Yeah.
And I hate that.
Yeah, but when you first sat down, you're like, I may have to go to the bathroom at some point. You're already, and I'm like, as soon as she said, I know she's going to have to. I mean, give me a break.
Yeah.
Give me a break. She's never been on a flight where she hasn't had to use the bathroom. And sure enough, an hour in, here's this tug at my arm. I'm going to have to go. Because I'm on the aisle. She's at the window. And so she gets up and goes, and I'm like, I look at the time. You don't have to wear a watch anymore, but I have my phone, and I look at the time, and I'm like, oh, we're only in this thing an hour. She's going to be going again. And sure enough, sits down another hour, tug at the arm. I'm going to have to go again. And of course, then I criticized it on the that was it. Then she was done. She made it the rest of the way, but as then I criticized it, during our layover. And you got to go. There's nothing you can do about it. And then she doesn't go on the second leg, which I'm like, oh, that's nice. But of course, then I hear telling people, my son wouldn't let me use the bathroom on the plane, so I had to do the second leg without going.
True.
It wasn't true. I never said you can't go to the bathroom. Where you come up with this?
You did not make it pleasant for me to get out.
I never said anything to you when it was happening. I said something after the fact because you're like, I can't believe I had to go to the bathroom. Like, I believe it. I never thought there was going to be anything different.
Oh, he's always got comments about me. I'm good fodder for his.
Oh, I love it. Yeah, I'm traveling with an old person. I'm down here. I get up early, and I get up early wherever I'm at, and I get up, and here it's easy to get up early because it's light all the time. So 5 o'clock in the morning, it could be noon the way it looks out there. So I just get up and start working. So I'm up earliest in the house, and I'm down here working on my computer. Here comes my mom in her jammies, and she starts cleaning out the sink. She's washing her hair in the sink. What the heck is wrong with you? This is an old person thing. And you were amazed by that. I said no one under the age of 70, 60, I don't know, washes their hair in the sink. That doesn't happen. That's not a thing.
It does. Because Jeff told you his mom does.
His mom is over 70.
Well, yes.
Yes, it does. With people of that age, yes. Yeah. Well, not Jeff himself.
No.
Yeah. But
Mom does.
Old people. Yeah. So we've been having to explain some things to my mom. What's old person stuff versus young person.
The two of them coming up with stuff about being old.
Yeah. Mom had no
What's
idea.
not appropriate.
Yeah. Yeah. Landlines and newspapers and all the stuff Mom does. And she
yeah.
had no idea. That's old person stuff.
It'll all come back. It's all cycles.
You think it's cycles?
Yes. And it'll all come back.
Yeah. I kind of wish they could figure out a way, but I don't know how newspapers could ever be relevant again because the news is out there. Like the stories that you're reading are actually published online. So if they're writing a story that you'll get tomorrow morning at 6 o'clock if you're at home reading the newspaper. If it's done at 2 o'clock in the afternoon the day before, I mean, I can read it online at 2 o'clock in the afternoon.
Well, but that's the difference between being old and being the younger folks is I'm not tied to my phone. I don't, well, I have it with me, but it's for me. I don't have it set up for voicemail because I don't want you to call and leave me a message on that phone. You want to talk to me, call my landline. And I never answer it. If I'm driving, I won't answer it. If I'm in the store, I won't answer it. But I got it for me if I need it.
Right.
So, and that's what I'm paying for. It's the privilege of having the phone for me.
But then you do have an iPad,
which
is weird because it's kind of connected a little bit because you get
my
your text through there.
Text the iPad and the phone are linked.
Okay.
So I will get emails and texts on either one. And I also can answer my landline on my iPad, which is kind of nice.
Yeah.
Or on my phone. It's not on the iPad, it's on the phone. But I can answer my phone on my iPad. So, I'm on the iPad all the time.
Right.
But if you call me on the iPad, I don't like that. You call me on the landline. But you can text me anytime. You can email me anytime.
How do we keep track of all these rules?
Well, you
don't necessarily understand what's going on all the time. Like you remember when we were on the plane and you didn't have Wi-Fi, but you're trying to download messages. You could see it. It kind of works, but it will never totally download the message because it wasn't coming through.
Yeah. So I understand that.
Okay.
Because what I didn't know, I was trying to send a picture. And it says right on there, we can't send pictures on the plane Wi-Fi.
Right.
So it said that right on there. But I thought, well, I'll try anyway. Maybe they're just fibbing, they're just testing you.
They know you're a nice person. Maybe they'll send yours through.
They said, well, we'll let Granny get her pictures sent through.
Well, but it didn't go through, did it?
No, it didn't.
Yeah.
So that's the way it goes.
That's the way it goes sometimes, huh?
Yeah. But I think I understand the iPad pretty much. There's stuff on there. I didn't know how to do air bomb, and then he showed me how. It's like,
airdrop.
Yeah.
I think air bomb's better, though. I'm going to air bomb you now. You air bombed me one day.
I don't know how to do this. That's beside the point.
I was sitting in the kitchen, and I got air bombed one day. And I wish it would have been pictures coming through my phone, let's say that. And then she has the nerve to say, "Boy, your coffee stinks." The coffee doesn't stink. That's the air bomb.
No, it's that darn coffee.
Oh yeah,
it just smells poopy.
By chance, after you're dropping an air bomb, my coffee smells poopy.
Yeah,
what are the chances of that, folks?
It truly did.
Yeah.
I don't know what
are you going to do? What are you going to do? It happens, I guess. Yeah. I didn't know it happens, but apparently it does. The coincidence of the timing was amazing.
I can't believe you didn't think it smelled like poop, too.
And then you always do some crazy stuff. I like hanging out with you because you never know what you're going to say.
Well, yeah, that happens both ways. I never know what you're going to pick up on and go run with, But he makes me laugh all the time. He's just like his dad. They have a knack for making me laugh all the time because they're just so goofy.
Yeah, so we're enjoying our time out here.
And really, I haven't had a chance to really be with Steve like this.
Yeah.
So it's a week of, really kind of a fun time. We're just doing fun things.
Yeah. We don't get to do. I don't think people realize that. I work. They think I'm joking because my job is actually fun. Podcasting is fun. Doing events is fun. Being out and traveling when I'm in Kentucky, it's all fun. So they think everything about it is fun. But in reality, I work all the time. I work all day and then do the events or podcasts and all that at night. And I wish I could be available. So I'm trying to work out now where I'm going to have this schedule moving forward. I've got commitments through 2022, but in 2023, I think it's going to be one night a week of these online events. And I still want to commit to that because I got people in California and DC and all around that won't be able to come to the shop and interact there. And I built up this audience that loves those things. So Monday nights, I'm going to do my events. Tuesday nights, I'm going to be off. and off. I mean, I'm not going to work. It's going to be family night. We can go out to dinner and stuff like that. And then Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, I'll be at the shop, and then Sunday we'll be off again. And then I'll podcast Sunday evening though, but off during the day like I have been. But Tuesday will be a nice day where we can go out for family stuff. Won't that be great?
Yeah, because every once in a while, once a week, Kat and the warden and I go for dinner. I either cook or we go out. And every once in a great while, they'll come back and say, Dad's going to be off.
Right.
And so he can go for dinner. So then
it usually means something got canceled.
Right. It's not like a scheduled thing.
Yeah. Sometimes things just change or get canceled, and then that's how I end up being available. So it'd be nice. I can assimilate again with the family. How about that?
That would be
There'd
great.
Be some sort of program I have to go through to be able to hang out with the family again.
Well, I kind of said, hey, he's not getting in our weekly dinner.
Yeah, I don't get to be part of that.
No, that's going to be like an extra.
Yeah.
I hope Kat.
They like the girls' night out.
Yeah, it's girls' night.
So they like that approach, and they found that they like that. So
yeah.
But,
and Amy and I sit and watch TV. We have our programs that we watch, and I watch Amy sleep, and it's good.
Yeah. All right. Well, we've got my coming back in, so we'll wrap this one up as we always do by talking about where people find us. Mom, is there anything you want to share? You're not on any social media or anything. There's no way to reach you.
Don't even try. I won't answer.
I can't for anything if there's anything. Maybe come by the shop. I don't know if you'll ever be there, but maybe that'd be a place to see. A grand opening, you'll be there for sure.
Oh yeah, and I will have on my ABV Network gear.
Yeah. So look for her. Yeah, a lady with the ABV.
Yeah, the old lady with the white hair.
All right. For me, I'm an easy guy to find. I'm at Steve Akley on Twitter, Instagram, or Facebook. I've got a website, steveakley.com. We've also got a company website. That thing's abvnetwork.com. Check it out because everything that we do is out there. Previous shows, blogs, so much more, abvnetwork.com. And don't forget the ABV Barrel Shop. That's where we're going to be selling single barrel picks, the only single barrel store in the world. So check us out at ABV Barrel Shop. Sign up for our communication. You can make sure you're in the know for everything that's happening there. And there you go. There's a show, Mom. How about that?
It was
it's
great.
that simple.
Again.
You missed out on your games. Kelly's home now. We're going to be doing other stuff, so you don't get to play your games. Sorry about that.
And then we have to do some shopping and things.
Yeah,
so,
that'll be fun.
Yeah,
that'll
and
be
then what do we got tonight? We got something tonight too. Just dinner.
Taco night.
Poker.
And poker.
Taco night. And I'm teaching my nephews to play poker. So we had training class yesterday. And then today we're going to play for real.
Yeah.
Like a $5 tournament or something. So it'll be fun.
Yeah.
It'll be fun.
I'll be first out. So just
you never know. All right, we'll have a brand new show for you tomorrow. Looking forward to that. Until then, take care, everybody. See ya.
Bye.
Peace. Before we finish the show, let's talk about some great companies that support the ABV network. First up is Moonshine Still Pro. Moonshine Still Pro has a full line of products to help the home distiller. Whether you want to experiment on the stove in your kitchen or you're looking for a bigger setup in your backyard, owner Russell Creed and his team can help. They have multiple still offerings, accessories, and even grain from their partners at Goldstone Mill to assist you in making whiskey on par with your favorite distillery. They can also help you with some fabricated parts you probably can't make yourself if you are attempting a DIY still project. Learn more or order your still or parts at moonshinestillpro.com. Another friend of ours is the Goldstein family at Goldstone Mill. The Goldsteins offer a variety of heritage and heirloom grains to make the finest whiskeys in the world. Plus, they are more than just a grain company. They are truly consultants to make sure the grains they are providing to you or your business meet your highest expectations. Additionally, they work with mills around the country, ensuring shipping is as low as possible for their customers. If you are a distillery, brewery, or even doing this at home, Goldstone can assist you. Check them out at goldstonemill.com, call them at 217-254-6613, or check in via email at hello@goldstonemill.com. Last but not least is the ABV Barrel Shop. While we don't get to play in the allocated bourbon game because we aren't selling the other products you have to do to get those, we do have access via our friendships in the bourbon industry to some really cool stuff. Have you ever seen your favorite craft distiller selling some really cool limited offerings only in their gift shop? I'm talking things like the hazmat offering Distillery 291 did for their 10th anniversary,
or Neely Family Distillery's upcoming Papaw's Birthday Barrel. They don't have enough of it to send it out to distributors, so they only sell it via their gift shop. Well, companies like Distillery 291 and Neely Family Distillery have agreed to sell us 2 or 3 cases of these offerings moving forward, meaning our store will have the access to some of the rarest whiskeys in the world. Way more difficult to come by than the allocated bourbon offerings with a national release. Yes, they will be extremely tough to come by, but if you're a customer of our store, you'll have a chance to get them. Get signed up for our email or text list over at abvbarrelshop.com so you don't miss out.
The Bourbon Daily is part of the ABV Network. For more information or to become a sponsor, please visit abvnetwork.com. Thanks for listening and cheers.
This has been a Steve Akley production.